Hey guys, like I promised, I went ahead and did an Easter video. Get ready with me. I hope you guys like it, like and share. And here is what I'm starting with. My hair is a little wild and a couple days dirty. And yeah, let's get started with the makeup. So I'm using the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe herbs and rose water. And I'm going to go ahead and follow up with the L'Oreal Collagen Moisturizer. My skin gets a little bit red every time I touch it, but it usually calms down after 10 minutes. So I'm going to start with my brows. For my brows, I'm going to use the Flawless Brow Trio Defining Kit from BH Cosmetics and the Moda Pro BMX 498 Line Brush. It's a super nice brush, feels great in the hand, and it's a lot smaller than a lot of the brow brushes I have, so it makes it super easy for me to get my brows on without them getting too thick. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started on my next eyebrow, and this one has a little bit of a different growth pattern. It grows a little bit straight up in the center, but it does curve over nice on the sides. So I do have to apply this one a little bit different than the other side just because my eyebrows are different. I'm going to go ahead and conceal my brows with the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Concealer and Corrector. It is oil free, so it's really nice when I use it around my brows. They don't seem to get too oily throughout the day, especially in my T-zone. I like to conceal my brows just to make them nice and sharp and look fresh, especially when I'm not tweezing or I don't wax my brows in general, but my brows do need to be done right now and I do tweeze. I am just very, very sensitive to wax, so I'd rather tease them than wax them. So the brush I'm using to conceal my eyebrows is a BH Cosmetics brush. I believe it's a lip brush, but I love using it for my brows. It's a little bit tapered towards the end, so it makes it super easy to get in nice and close to my brow line. I'll go ahead and blend this side out. My beauty blender is damp and it makes it super easy to work with. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the same concealer and go ahead and apply some on my eyes and get them prepped for eyeshadow. Today I'll be using the Morphe James Charles palette. It's one of my favorite palettes, especially I love all the warm tones they have. So I'm going to just start by prepping my eye with an eggshell color that they have in there. It's one of the lightest colors besides the white. I'm just going to prep my eyelid with that, and then I'm going to use, it's kind of like a yellow cream color in my crease. I'm just going to build up the intensity of these yellows and oranges and a little bit of red tones in there to create this look. So I'll start with like the lightest yellow cream, and then I'll go ahead and follow it with a pretty bright orange color they have in there. The brush I'm using for this is a Wet n Wild brush. It's a great find. I found it at the dollar store. I actually bought a few. It was $1, so super easy brush to work with, and it makes it super easy for me to blend into my crease. I'm just going back and forth and creating more intensity with the color. So now we'll switch on to the dark orange and build it right into that crease. I'm going to be using a BH Cosmetics brush to really work product into the crease. This one is a little bit more thick in the bristles, and it helps me concentrate that color right where I want it. If you haven't tried BH Cosmetics brushes, I definitely recommend them. They're super affordable, and they work really nice. They're easy to clean, and they last a long time. I'm going to go back again with the Wet n Wild brush and just blend stuff out. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and intensify that crease a little bit more, and then we'll go ahead and get started on my eyelid. So for my eyelid, I will be using the Luxie 209 Large Shader Brush. I did receive this one in a BoxyCharm, super nice brush. And I'm using almost brick colored orange on my eyelid, and then I'm going to use a more redder brick type color over that, just to make it a little bit deeper. It has a really nice shimmer to it, almost like a glitter, but not too glittery. You'll see me going back and forth and just blending everything out. And I'm going to go ahead and hit my brow bone with a nice light gold color. And the brush I'm using for that is really nice and tapered, and I got this brush from Wish. So I am using the El Makiage foundation in shade 105. It's a super nice foundation. I saw it on Instagram and I ordered it just because I wanted to try something new, and I really love it. It's definitely not something I wear every single day because it is a little bit pricey, but for special occasions and holidays, I will wear it. I'm using a brush from BH Cosmetics just to blend in my foundation, and then when I'm all done, I'll go back again with the Beauty Blender and just blend everything in. You can see the coverage is super nice, and it takes a lot of that redness away from my face. I love this foundation. It just makes my skin look super smooth, and it's actually super lightweight. I don't feel like I have a ton of makeup on, and it goes on pretty easy. I don't need a ton of foundation for my whole face. I could make it more full coverage if I wanted to, but I don't really mind a little bit of my natural skin showing through. As you can see, on one side of my face I do have freckles and the other side I don't, but I don't mind if those guys show a little bit. So once it was all on, I just went ahead and used my Beauty Blender just to make sure everything looked nice and smooth. I'm going to go back in with the same concealer I used earlier and go ahead and do my chin, my under eyes, my forehead, a little bit on my nose, and just work it in. I am running super low on concealer, so I would normally use a little bit more than this, but me trying to conserve it and use it for my whole face, I only used a little bit. I wasn't too worried about not having too much because I will be setting it with powder. The doors OPEN, take the hot road and hop in. First impression, you OPEN, we should be closer than friends. If you OPEN. So I'm just gonna finish up concealing my face, under my eye. My cheek is still a little bit red, but that's okay. I'll go back in with powder and take care of that. So the powder I'm going to be setting my face with today is the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. I received this in a BoxyCharm, and this was a super good product. I really love this. It goes on nice and light, and it almost feels like there's moisture in the product, which is really super nice, but it doesn't make you oily at all. I love how light and airy this product feels. My normal setting powder I use is Airspun, and the shade I use in that one is Honey Beige, and that one's super nice too, but since it's a special occasion, I went ahead and used the Becca setting powder. Okay, so I'll finish setting my face, and I'll do my forehead, my nose, and I also go underneath my nose a little bit just because I do get a little bit oily there, and I feel like this helps. So we'll get started contouring my face. I'm gonna also use the James Charles palette for that. There's a really nice almond shade brown in there that is just the right enough amount of bronze, and I'm just gonna work it into my cheeks and my forehead and my chin and my nose. This brush is really nice. The name isn't on the brush anymore, and I don't remember the name of the brush, but it's super nice and soft. I've had it for a long time. I'm able to wash it, and it just gets its shape right back. So I think I found this one at TJ Maxx. It was in a set of 3. But I don't really use the other 2 brushes it came with. I actually think I gave them to Millie. So I'm going to go ahead and finish contouring. I'm going to work the product a little bit down towards my neck just so that everything blends. Sometimes I do this a little bit more if I have a foundation that doesn't quite match, but I'm not returning it and I still want to use it. But this one actually matches pretty well. So now I'm going to use this nice big fluffy brush. It's super dense and super soft to blend everything in. And I found this one on Wish for, I want to say it was $2.99 or $3.99, but it's super nice and soft. I'm also going to apply my blush. I also stuck with the James Charles palette, and I found a really nice shimmery orangey type color, and I went ahead and used that. I'm also going to highlight with this palette. I'm using just a real nice soft golden color. Nothing too crazy. Highlight around my brow bone, my cheeks, my nose, above my lip, my chin. Just for a little shine. Nothing too crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my eyeliner. I'm going to use my favorite Hank & Henry. I was running super low on eyeliner here, and I got a brand new one for my birthday from my best friend, but I wasn't ready to open it, so I went ahead and just used what I could. You're going to see me shaking it a bunch of times. But I made it through without having to open the other one, so I was super glad to get every last drop out while I could. I usually don't struggle with this eyeliner at all. It usually glides on, but since it was very low, I did have to work it in. I'm going to go ahead and follow up the eyeliner with the Tarte Mascara Big Ego. Super nice mascara. Like I said before, it doesn't irritate my eyes at all, and it stays in place.
Open up. Open up. Need to deep breathe hard and count. Open up. Need to reread our conversation. Got me contemplation over our situation. Open up. You OPN. Bitch, you won't BBM. We should be closer than friends. If you OPN, engaging you's on my agenda. Request my chariot to get ya. The door's OPN. Take that high road and hop in.
So at this point I was contemplating putting on lashes, but I knew we were going to be home and outside, and I already have bad allergies, so I just decided just go with mascara. I probably wouldn't have left my lashes on for a very long time if I did put them on. I also decided I wanted to add a little bit more color to my lower lash line, so I went ahead and used a shimmery brick type red color, and once I'm done with my mascara, I went ahead and added that in. So I went ahead and finished with the same spray I started with. I love the dewy finish it gives, and it keeps my makeup in place without it being too heavy. The lipstick I'm using is Coco by Kylie Cosmetics, and it is in shade Baby Girl. It is a matte finish, and I really, really love it. I don't always get to wear super bright lips, but my eyes called for bright lips, so I ended up falling in love with this color, and I'm going to try to wear it more often.
Engaging you's on my agenda. Request my chariot to get ya. The door's OPN. Take that high road and hop in.
Alright, so all done with the makeup look, and we will continue on to hair. So we'll get this wild hair under control. My curl is coming back, and I'm kind of loving the volume that my hair is getting lately, just because my natural curl has been able to kind of do its thing.
First impression, you OPN. We should be closer than friends. If you OPN, engaging you's on my agenda.
So now that my hair is all detangled, I was just trying to find the spot where I'd have the most volume, and then we'll go ahead and start curling. I'm just going to do big loose waves for today, nothing crazy. I am using a 1 1/4 inch Babyliss curling iron, and I love this iron. It's one of my favorites. I wanted just some nice waves so it'd last a couple days. I did prep my hair with the shield from Amika just for my thermal protection. And I'm just gonna go through doing large sections, not too many curls per each side. I believe there's about 8 curls on each side just to give a real nice soft wave.
Open you up like a Pokeball. Open up, tear you out for a Pokeball. Let your emotions waterfall on me. Open up. Open up. Open you up like a Pokeball. Open up. Tear you out for a Pokeball. Let your emotions waterfall on me. Open up. Open up. Need to deep breathe, heartache complications. Open up. Need to reread our conversation. Got me contemplation over our situation. Open up. You OPN. Bitch, you won't BBM. We should be closer than friends. If you OPN, engaging you's on my agenda. Request my chariot to get ya. The door's OPN. Take that high road and hop in. You OPN. Bitch, you won't BBM. We should be closer than friends. If you OPN, engaging you's on my agenda. Request my chariot to get ya. The door's OPN. Take that high road and hop in.
So at this point, I was really starting to see everything come together, the hair and the makeup, since I was pretty much halfway done. I feel like the makeup and my hair look really good together. This is probably a look that I will do again.
First impression, you OPN. We should be closer than friends. If you OPN, engaging you's on my agenda. Request my chariot, get ya. The door's OPN. Take that hot road and hop in. Monarch butterflies, you should open up. I'm trying to put your heart together, found it broken up. Going up in smoke, smoking up. Make sure the children in the house, she's inappropriate. The way she's approaching us, I disassociate. Exfoliate, the renegotiate. She's closing up. Come to visit me, she say that she the loneliest, and it's hard to open up. Open you up like a Pokeball. Open up, tear you out for a Pokeball. Let your emotion waterfall on me. Open up. Open up. Need to deep breathe, heart and complication.
So I just continued on this side with large sections away from the face, just so I could get a nice wave. My hair was a little bit oily, but I'll go ahead and finish it with my favorite Surfer Girl texture spray. And my roots were a little bit curly, so I did go pretty close up every curl that I started just to chill my roots out a little bit. Alright, so just going to finish up this look with my texture spray and finger comb my hair just to separate the curls a little bit. I also decided I wanted my part to be a little bit further over, so you'll go ahead and see me move that over in just a second. Gives a little bit more drama, and I went ahead and I just tucked that side behind my ear, and I was in love with this look. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you loved it as much as I did, and if you guys have any questions about products I use, let me know. I can list them after the video if you like. Thanks for watching. Like and share.